to the facilities of the Blues Sports Network. Your Quad City Blues are on the air. Good afternoon and welcome to the Young Arena in Waterloo, Iowa. This is Greg Corcoran along with Rich Flunk and Dean Patton. We are set to bring you the first game of the second half of the Blues season. We have been idle for 3 long weeks since our trip to Fremont, Nebraska, a very successful weekend trip to Fremont. So now we've got to try and rebuild that momentum and get a fast start for the second half of the season here as the playoffs start to come into view, and got our work cut out for us. Rich, what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. This Waterloo team is just above 500 for JV, but has played only 12 games to the 17 of your JV Blues. So gonna have to come out of the chute right away. No bus legs or anything like that. This is, they don't have the firepower of their 14 seniors from last year, but this is always a well-coached and very intense squad. So I'm going to look for some really quick action right off the drop. Of note, Austin Kwok is the only rostered varsity member of your Blues who's going to be playing in this game. But there's also a huge boost because we finally get Nolan Fillion back from his collarbone injury that had been there for, a month and a half plus?
At least it's about 7 or 8 weeks.
Now, probably,
it's about 8 weeks, yeah.
So I'm glad that the Christmas break came so that he wouldn't try and rush himself back, but we'll look to see him make his presence felt early and often.
Well, I think in talking to our fans over the last 2 years, they always kind of seem to be considering that Waterloo is our primary rival in the league. I'm just not so sure that we are their primary rival, because I think you have to have some success against a team before they consider you a big rival, and the Blues have not had much success against Waterloo, but that's only because they've had some of the best players in the league, especially the last couple of years. As Rich mentioned, we won't see so much of it in this first game, but their varsity team last year had 14 players who were seniors who graduated, and any team that loses 14 players, they're going to feel that loss. But in this case, 10, 11, or 12 of those players were really, really solid players that just ruled that blue line. Their defensemen were just tremendous last year. Yeah, multiple players that were all-conference or could have easily been, even more of them been all-conference. So, yeah, it's a big drop. Oh, hey, there is Corcoran. He wasn't out there for the initial warm-ups. No. But he is now. All right, so we got Braden Corcoran and Austin Kwok down from the varsity to help get the Blues off to a good start here. In goal, we've got number 26, Aiden Starr, and this is number 50. That is Jocelyn Endelman in goal, and I'm not sure. Jocelyn could be a boy's name or a girl's name, and it looked like that hair was a little bit long, so that may be a young lady in goal. The braid out the back, I'm pretty sure that's a young lady, and more power to her. And we are underway. The puck comes to Corcoran. He's going to tries to send it over to Kwok. He dumps it into the corner. Austin chases after it. He's met there by Mason Harn of Waterloo, and now the Warriors come out of the zone, picked up there by Gunnar Carroll. He dumps it back into the offensive zone and is sent all the way down, and that was tipped by a Waterloo stick, so that's not going to be an icing. Oh, here's a man going to get a shot right away, and he missed the net to the near side, to the far side rather. Waterloo controls in the corner, sends it around the net. This is number 11. That's Sean Wetloffer going after it. Sends it back behind the net. Roseborough's going to center. Here's a man right in front. They score! 26. Hayden Foss in the first minute of the game, a terrible giveaway behind the net. And the Blues find themselves down 1-0 just 50 seconds into the game. That goal was scored by number 26, Hayden Foss. And we'll get the primary assist on that. Yeah, bad misplay. Wide open in between the dots was Mr. Foss. Both defensemen, 66 and 15, were behind the net. There was nobody covering the man, and he had Starr all to himself and beat him easily. So the Blues are going to have to come from behind right from the start here. Puck comes into the corner. Now it's sent out, intercepted by, that's number 26, Foss again. Now the Blues come into the zone. That's Husky. Husky back to the point and kept in by Husky. He puts it in around the net. It's going to get to DeCrow in the corner. Gets past him. And puck comes out now to number 7. This is Lights. Dumps it in, tries to get around Husky. Puck comes to the corner, and that is Mueller. Now here's a man coming right to the front again. Puck is knocked off his stick. Here's a long shot, and the puck is deflected right in front, and Starr is able to put the glove on it.
And referee Fox has his hand in the air. 2 minutes for kneeing. Oh. Yeah, it's going to be on Duvall. No, sorry, Mueller.
Nope, Evan Mueller, who was taken down behind the net. That looked to be a little bit of a retaliation penalty there, and Evan Mueller's going to go to the box. So already down 1-0. Just a minute and a half into the game, the Blues are going to have to kill a penalty here. And this Waterloo team was shut out on Thursday night against Dubuque by a score of 4-0. Well, they won't be shut out today because they've already got a goal in the first minute. Here's a long icing sent down by the Blues. And now it's going to be picked up by number 13, Mason Harn, behind the net. Off the boards. There's a drop pass. I know they have to come back as a man went in early. That was number 11, Wetlaufer, that went in early, so they had to come back out and reset the offense. Now it comes to Tyler Duvall behind the net. Gets it to Roseboro. Roseboro's, now that's going to be a temp. They had to clear the zone as somebody was in the zone for Waterloo. Now they come back in. Puck is sent around behind the net, picked up by the Blues and sent all the way down. And that's going to take us down to about 1:10 left on the Waterloo power play. Now here's Clock chasing it in the corner on the forecheck. Comes out to Racy. And Waterloo comes up. This is number 16. That's Tristan Racy. Alongside the near side. He's able to keep it in temporarily as he's checked by Thurlow. And now Roseboro is going to get a stick on it and dump it out to center ice, and that's going to go all the way down. 44 seconds left on the Blues penalty, picked up by number 25, Hesse, behind the net. Now it's intercepted by Corcoran. Corcoran's all by himself. He tries to get it to Clock. Now here's Corcoran with a backhand shot. Is deflected and tried to sneak it in the near side to the goalie's left, but just failed to get that one through. And now this is Thurlow. I'm sorry, that is Duvall. Sends it all the way down. We're down to 15 seconds left on the Waterloo penalty. So the Blues almost got that early goal back, but not quite, as Corcoran missed on the backhander. Now here they come, 3-on-2 into the zone. This is number 11. He tries to get around one man. Puck is in the crease, and it's stopped by Starr. Puts the glove on it and gets a freeze there in the crease with 2 seconds left, 11:27 left in the period, and Waterloo leading 1-0.
On that Sean Hesse goal, I believe that was his goal, yes, 25?
No, 26.
I'm sorry, 26. Hayden Foss, my bad. The Apples were Justin Green and Sean Wetlaufer, number 33 and 11, with the primary and secondary assist in that order.
All right, the penalty is over for the Blues. Roseboro picks it up, takes it behind his net, sends it along the near side boards and out to center ice. And it's going to be picked up there by number 12, Noah Jebby. Sends it in. And now it's picked up by Roseboro. Rosie crosses center ice, but unable to get it in deep. And now it's sent back, and Waterloo takes control. And Carroll now picks up the puck in his own zone in the circle to the right of. And that's going to be an icing against the Blues, as Carroll's pass was a little too far ahead of, I think that was 54.
It was Trey Alexander.
Oh, it was Alexander, number 42?
Yeah, 42.
So that'll result in an icing against the Blues. Waterloo has 4 shots on goal. The Blues have not been credited with a shot on goal, as Corcoran's attempt went wide, so there was no shot on goal credited there.
Rightfully so.
All right, puck comes, is held in and sent around. There, a man put down inside the zone. Nice check. And now it comes free to center ice, but big number 22, that's Jace Wittenberg, gets to it first, sends it in deep.
Icing.
And that'll be an icing against Waterloo as he fired that from behind the red line.
Yeah, 5 to 10 feet back. All right. Well, you know what? The quick start that we were looking for from your Blues didn't occur, but that's okay. Coming from behind is some of the MO of this JV team. It'd be nice to not be behind, but let's see if we can get at least a shot on goal.
Clock, Husky, and that's number 22, DeCrow. Here's a long shot. There's a shot on goal for the Blues as Endelman makes the save. Now the puck is deflected into the near side corner where Mueller picks it up. Now he loses it. Now we're going to get a man getting right in front. We're going to get a shot away. And a nice save by Starr. 5-1 shot advantage for Waterloo in the early going of this first period.
Comes Corcoran and Patton in for Husky and DeCrow.
We may be seeing some of the results of Waterloo having a game Thursday where the Blues have been off for 3 weeks. So it may take a couple of shifts for the boys to get their skates underneath them, and that seems to be what's happened here as Waterloo has controlled much of the game early on. Here's a long shot right on goal, up high, and Starr makes a shave. That was off the stick of Ethan Lentz for Waterloo, up high on the shoulder of Starr, who makes the save.
Yeah, right up into his neck area. The one person who has been not feeling any rust effects has been Aiden Starr. On 5 of those 6 shots, he's been formally up to the task, and the 6th one that scored the goal, he had no chance on.
No.
0.
Now the puck is sent out, kept in at the line by Waterloo, sent back into the near side corner where this is Carroll. Tries to get it out. He does get it out. Now the Blues come out. This is number 20, Kwok. Kwok tries to get a shot on goal. He got it. Corcoran just failed to get there in time to take advantage of that rebound opportunity. Now here's a man 2-on-1 for Waterloo. Centering in front. And Starr makes another great save.
Wow, that puck bounced off the skate of the D-man coming back. I think it was Gunnar Carroll who was playing the pass. It deflected it well, but unfortunately ended up caroming on goal, and Aiden Starr alertly was able to grab that.
Yeah, we went from having a pretty imposing 2-on-2 rush with Kwok and Corcoran down at the left side, and then all of a sudden it was a 2-on-1 coming back for Waterloo.
Yep.
And both goalies were up to the task. So the score remains 1-0, 9:20 left in the first. Puck now in play behind the net. This is Covert. Sends it around to Carroll. Carroll tries to carry it out. The puck is free. Covert's going to get to it, sends it across and out of the zone, and it's brought back in. And Waterloo's going to have to clear, and they do. And now this is Roseboro. Sends a pass ahead for, that's Teedy. Teedy's knocked down, picked up by Covert. Covert loses the puck off his stick, goes into the far side corner, and picked up by number 5. That's Rikers. He sends it around to the near side boards. Now it's played behind the net. Waterloo gets it up to number 31. That's Mills. And Mills comes out of his own zone. He's bumped by Mueller. And getting back to pick it up is Carroll. Gunnar Carroll sends one off the boards and out of the zone where it's picked up at center ice by Harn. Harn sends it across to number 22, Wittenberg. And now Waterloo looks to bring it back in. They battle for it just inside the blue line, and now it's back out to center ice. There's a long pass sent in off the skate of Carroll to Owen DeCrow. DeCrow sends one out behind the net, back to the point. Kept in and sent to the near side corner by Waterloo, and once again it's Gunnar Carroll. And finally the Blues get it out temporarily, and now it's right back into the blue zone. 7-2 is your shots on goal, and there's a long pass looking for a winger on the right side. Kufar in front of him, and that'll result in an icing against the Blues.
Man, I'll tell you, we've been looking right way too much in this period. Breakouts have not been very crisp. There have been a couple chances, most notably that rebound that was off of a Kwok shot that Corcoran couldn't quite get to.
All right. Puck comes back. Here's a long shot deflected off a defenseman to the far side boards. Kwok puts his man in, but the puck is still free. Now a man picks it up just outside the circle. Now that's dropped out of the zone, and that's going to be another icing as
What?
No, they waived that icing, and I can't
I
tell
don't
you why.
understand why. That doesn't make any sense to me, but okay.
It wasn't
They were the
intentional,
stripes.
but that's not part of the rule.
No, at all.
All right, here is Mueller. Circles in his own zone, starts to come out off the boards, gets it to Corcoran. Corcoran has his centering pass off the board, go off the skate of an official. Now here's Mueller coming in, Corcoran in front. Oh,
Beautiful
nice
center.
save by Endelman. Here's another shot deflected by the defense of the near side corner. And puck is back, and there's a long lead pass.
Ooh,
that
that
misses
one's a
everybody,
nice-
and that's going to be an icing against Waterloo.
I still agree with you. That last thing that I thought was an icing that wasn't, but we'll take
Yeah,
it.
that
It ended up
that
with
was
a nice
pass
chance.
that just came across the middle of the defensive zone, and Alexander got a stick on it and got a little bit too much of it, and it looked for all the world like it was going to be an icing, and for some reason they decided to wave it off. So, all right, here's Husky, takes the draw, wins the draw right back to Carroll. Carroll's going to send it in along the near side boards behind the net, tries to get it over there to Jack Wright, and now it's picked up by Waterloo, and Carroll picks it up off the stick, gets it ahead to number 91, Patton. Max Patton sends it in. He loses control, but now here's Husky with a wraparound right
nice
in front.
attempt.
And we're going to get a penalty. Looks like a hooking penalty. No, a tripping penalty. Probably
On
against Waterloo.
12.
Number 12, that is Noah Jebby.
I think that's why I'm pretty positive that's why Max Patton went down there in the corner. There was some contact. We were screened by the boards there, but I believe that was the play.
Nice play by Husky there, who picked up the puck behind the net, made a real sharp turn, and tried to go for the wraparound on Endelman, but was unable to get it past her, I think.
First of the game, BSN power play.
All right, back to Corcoran at the point. He's going to send one in to Husky. Husky looks back to Corcoran, over to the other side to Roseboro. Roseboro puts it into the corner to Kwok. Kwok's got a man in front. Here's Husky with a shot, a rebound in front. Another save by Endelman. Now Kwok gets it again. Going to send it over to Corcoran. Corcoran's going to move in, fires. It's
Right
knocked
off
down
pad.
by the defense. And here is Kwok behind the net to Husky. Good setup there, a four-man box. There's a shot in front, deflected off the skate of a defenseman behind the net on a shot by Corcoran. Patton loses control of it, and they're going to be able to send it all the way down for an icing. With 1:10 left on the Blues power play. Here they come again. Corcoran sends it over on the side. This is Roseboro. He's going to carry it into the zone. And we got the puck is off. The net is off the moorings. It's too bad I didn't see that 10 seconds ago.
Interesting that got called at that point. But,
Yeah.
Okay. I get it. It's fine. It's fine. It's
So
fine.
we'll have a face-off probably since they whistled it down at now they're going to have it in the defensive zone of the Waterloo Warriors to the near side circle.
Well, all right then.
Covert is going to take the draw. He's out there with DeCrow, Carroll.
Thurlow
And there's a long shot.
and Duvall.
Never gets through to the defense, and it's sent all the way down. And who's going to chase it down? That's going to be Tyler Duvall is going to pick it up behind his net with 48 seconds left. No, that puck can't be handled to center ice by Thurlow. And the puck is going to be sent down again. Knocked down with his glove by Gunnar Carroll. Turns in his own zone, gets it to Duvall. Duvall sends it off the stick of DeCrow. He can't handle it. And it goes all the way out. It's going to be a race for the puck. Good play by
Nice job by DeCrow.
Good play by, was that DeCrow?
I'm sorry, that wasn't DeCrow.
That was Duvall,
Duvall,
yeah.
not DeCrow.
All right, here is Duvall. We're going to rush the puck into the zone. Shot, knocked down by the defense. That hurt the defenseman. He's a little slow getting up. Puck is kept in the zone.
That was in a sensitive area there that he got hit.
That
Ouch.
defenseman is still definitely hurt.
End of the penalty. No, Thurlow.
And a puck is out of danger for Waterloo. Sent back into the defensive zone, and that's going to be an icing against Waterloo, I believe. Yeah, the penalty is long over, so that'll be an icing with 4:04 left. Blues have shortened up the shots on goal deficit to 7-4 now. Had some good chances on that power play, but
Yep. Nothing like a power play to make you look a little healthier.
yep. All right, we've got Roseboro and Mueller on defense.
Yep.
With Teedy, Patton, and number 8, Filion on right wing.
Oh.
We're waiting for the goaltender to get the equipment back in shape.
Looked like there was a strap that came off. So
this is Patton going to try and win the draw. Puck sits there in the circle for a second, finally dumped into the corner. Now sent around deep and sent out of the zone. And we've got a 3-on-2. This is number 11. That's Wetlaufer. Stops at the circle, back to the point. Now they get it in deep. And the Blues try and pick it up. Now that puck is knocked down. That's a hand pass.
Yep, for sure.
Good call by the linesman there, indicating a hand pass against Waterloo. So that'll result in a face-off outside the zone.
Same 5 out there for your Blues.
Here's the draw to no one at the second. Now it's picked up by number 12. And now Waterloo brings it back into the zone. Here's shot, goes around the net to the near side boards to number 31. Is picked up by Roseboro. Sends it across around the boards, trying to find Filion, but still not out of the zone. It's kept in, sent behind the net, and once again it's Roseboro. Reverses it to number 87, Mueller. Mueller looks to come out of his zone, has to get past one of his own men. Now here's a man trying to centering pass, and what happened to that?
I didn't see. Whoa! I didn't see what happened there. Filion looked like he had a collision with one of the Waterloo players. It was way away from the puck and not even behind the play, so I didn't really see what happened. But he went down in a heap, but got up under his own power and came to the bench. So
right.
Looks no worse for wear.
We'll have a face-off with 3:13 left in the first period. 1-0 in favor of the Warriors. Now, there's a picked off in front there by Corcoran is knocked down. I'm sorry, that was Corcoran.
That's
okay.
an ice.
All right, that's going to be another icing against Waterloo.
Bring it all the way down. Shots on goal 8-4 on the board on the wall, and I would agree that seems pretty accurate. Be nice to.
It's accurate, but it's not enough.
No, we're not happy with it, but it's
no.
a good. But it's
all right. The puck
correct.
is free in the circle in the near side, picked up by number 7. That's Lentz. Sends it around to the far boards. They battle for it over there. It's going to be kept in by. This is Duvall going to get a shot away. Save in front by Endelman.
That's a good shot.
And she's got it.
Good shot, but better save.
Yeah.
I like that low hard shot. I could use a little net front presence there, but unfortunately, at least 2 of your wingers or forwards were on that far side board, still kind of locked
Here's
together.
his shot right in front of
Whoa!
I thought that one was going in. I really thought Kwok had her beat that time. She made a nice save from about
Very nice save.
20 feet, 25 feet, right center, right out in front.
And she had to push from her left to right to get in position and be right there for that save. But, man, he pulled the trigger with the quickness.
All right. Puck comes to Waterloo in the circle. This is number 11. That's Wetlaufer. Into the zone. It's right on goal, and an easy save for Starr, and then he holds on to it. And one of the Warrior players got knocked down right in front of the net, but no call.
Much to the appeal of the Varsity Blues, who are sitting over there on that side of the rink.
Now the puck comes out to center ice. 2 Blues racing for it, but nice job there of chasing the puck down by the defense. Now here come the Blues. This is number 18, Duvall. Loses it as he tries to cross the blue line. And now here's a pass over to Carroll. Carroll tries to get it to Corcoran, but it's intercepted by Green. And now this is Duvall. Behind his own net, looks to come out, tries to send it ahead, and the Blues get it out of the zone, but it's just sitting there just outside the blue line. Now the Blues going for a change. There's a long lead pass, tipped by the winger, so there's no icing on the play as Carroll picks it up, reverses behind his own net and looks to come out, gets a pass ahead. Now here's a nice drop pass from Covert. Covert gets it to Jack Wright. Wright loses it and he crosses the blue line and is dumped out to center ice. Once again, Carroll picks it up, carries into the zone, but he's 1-on-5 as he enters the zone. And finally put in, and the puck goes behind the net. Sent off the boards, and it's picked up there by number 87, Evan Mueller. Mueller looks to carry it in himself this time, over the blue line down the right wing boards. Tries to bring it in front. Carries it all the way around, going to get a shot away right in front. They score! Evan Mueller!
Woo! Mueller.
A do-it-yourself goal as he carried it in on the right side boards, took it around the net, came all the way around, and looked for a shooting lane, and he got it past Endelman, and the Blues have tied the game. And Evan Mueller picked up right where he left off at the in December when he had scored, I think, 4 or 5 goals in 3 games. He got another one. And the Blues have tied the game with 1:14 left. It's 1-1.
You got to full circle the wagons before that fire.
And that's for sure.
Yeah, got in a real nice position.
All right, the puck now back into the Blues zone, picked up by Mueller. Oh, he sent that one in.
Short.
He's.
Oh, they didn't call it. Yes, they did.
I think they did, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They missed it and then realized they missed it, so caught it.
Well, that's a really good play by Mueller and a really bad play by Mueller. All he needed to take was another couple steps, and he could have gotten that puck into the zone without fear of getting called for an icing. But
no dice.
It's kind of a faint red line. It's not really.
Would you like it to be chartreuse or something? Oh, wait, that's yellow.
Now here's the puck picked up by
magenta.
Roseboro behind the net, sends it around. We'll see if we can hear any assists on that goal by Mueller.
Yeah.
Now here comes number 91, Patton. Jack Wright got the assist on Mueller's goal. That was.
Oh, there's way to draw it. Go, go, go.
Oh, the Blues maintain control.
No, Rosie.
And there's a shot saved by Endelman into the corner. The Blues send it around. There's an upcoming penalty, but the Blues haven't lost control of it yet. And now they finally do.
Well, I think they did back there. I don't know why the whistle didn't go. But
so we're going to actually have a 18-second penalty and then probably a 142 penalty because not much is going to happen in the last 18 seconds with all likelihood. But
you never know. You never know. But yes, this would be an affirmative triple G if it were to go in. Yeah. Oh, yeah. His referee Fox is well known for his gesticulations and gestures being very crisp.
The Blues power play includes Corcoran and Carroll at the points, and Husky, Patton. Now it comes back to Corcoran at the left point. Corcoran's going to fire one. It's right in front. Back to Corcoran at the point. Tries to get it back over to Carroll. A long shot. Missed the net. 5 seconds left in the period. And Corcoran's unable to get it. Keep it in the zone. So that's going to do it for this first period. The puck is sent in. And there's the horn signifying the end of the first period. A late goal by the Blues has tied the game at 1. And the Blues, when we come back for the second period in about a minute and a half, will have 1:42 left of power play time to try and gain the lead for the first time.
Max Patton had his twig flung up in the air for the first whirlybird of the season. Or excuse me, not the season, of the new year. New year for your Blues. You know what I've noticed? All of a sudden, I'm pretty sure they had cages before, but both Austin Mikey Kwok and Brady Husky are sporting bubbles now. So as you can see on your screen, Waterloo Warriors today and tomorrow, and then the Mason City Mohawks come to town on the 14th and 15th. Come to the rink because there won't be BSN that day. Then the 20th and 21st, it's a home and home, Dubuque at home, and then at Dubuque. And then please note, end of January, beginning of February, that Cedar Rapids is Hump Day Hockey on a Wednesday. There's no BSN for those. So you've got several opportunities to see your Blues in live action, and please mark your calendar for those. I just noticed, I noticed those guys all of a sudden in bubbles. I wonder if that's the Connor Bedard factor, since he wears a fishbowl. I don't know. So, looks like some last minute little instructions there from Dylan and Dobbs.
All right, I've just confirmed with some nice folks from Waterloo that number 50, Jocelyn Endelman, is in fact a young lady.
Yep.
And she had a very strong first period, making
Yes,
7 saves, keeping her team in it, and a 1-1 tie. The Blues go back to the power play for a minute and 42 seconds. Remember, there was a goaltender for the Blackhawks named Jocelyn Thibault, but he was definitely a guy. So
correct.
It's one of those names that can be masculine or feminine. All right. We're back in action here in the second period. The puck comes to Gunnar Carroll. His pass for Corcoran is too far ahead, and the Blues have to go back and pick it up. Here's Klock.
Come on. Real sloppy at the beginning of this.
Now
this
Corcoran's going to take it
period.
behind the net and start to come out of his own zone. Sends a pass ahead to Carroll. Carroll's going to carry it in on the right wing. Going to get a shot away. It's deflected by number 5 and taken in back. Now who's going to get to it first? This is Corcoran. Corcoran's going to take it behind the net. The puck is knocked off his stick a little bit, but he regains it, gets it to Carroll. Carroll walks the line. Oh, he almost lost it, but Kwok.
Yeah, that one was out. Whoa, that one was out.
Yeah, that was out.
Warriors take exception for Corcoran shooting just after the whistle, but that was a close one.
Yeah,
that was not one of those that was way out there.
I don't think he could see that puck had crossed the line. No. So the puck will be faced off just outside the line. Blues have been a little sloppy on this power play. The exits from their own defensive zone have not been good.
Agreed.
Let's see what they can get done here in the last. Now we're going to have we got a couple of guys kind of moving in on the face-off dot a little bit too early, so they were stopped, and we'll do it again. And they do the same thing, but this time they didn't get stopped.
Exactly.
All right. This is Corcoran. Picks it up, sends it over to Kwok. Kwok over the blue line on the right wing, going to fire one.
High riser.
Goes over the net. Corcoran's going to get it on the far boards. Turns, sends it over to Quinn. Quinn fires one at the net, and it's going to be kept out. Somebody better chase it down. It's going to be Corcoran. We've got 30 seconds left. Corcoran comes out of his own zone, has the puck knocked off his stick by number 11, now regains it, stops. Good forechecking there. Gets it to Quinn. Quinn sends it ahead. Oh, he tries to get it to Thurlow, and the pass was at Thurlow's skates, and he wasn't able to get it. Now Thurlow's going to get another chance. Whistles one wide, and that goes off the boards and comes out. And the Blues have less than 10 seconds to make anything happen on this power play. This is Duvall. Duvall down the right side. Loses control.
Is over. Look out for the man out of the box. Nice cover up by Quinn.
Quinn almost lost it, but did a nice job of regaining it to Thurlow, or to Duvall. Now here's a pass ahead for number 20. That's Quad. No, that's Thurlow in front. Somebody lost their twig. Oh! Thurlow just had the puck roll by him. He had an open net. If he could have gotten his stick on that one.
Oh,
that's going to be on
Quinn.
That's going to be a penalty on Quinn.
Get to the puck. Get there.
Goaltender skates to the bench, and Waterloo puts on an extra attacker. This is number 7. Lentz comes out of the zone. There's a long lead pass, and a man's going to get in. He's going to get a shot away. Rebound in front. Comes over to the far side. Picked up by number 7, Lentz. Lentz tries to get it behind the net, and finally the Blues get control of the puck, and just barely.
Yeah, Covert got that one.
And Waterloo almost made that extra man pay off there. They got a good shot from the circle.
I get royalties every time somebody plays Sound of the Police for a penalty for the opposing team.
All right, now the Blues will have to kill a penalty, as Ethan Quinn was called for tripping in his own defensive zone. Corcoran wins the draw, but it comes back to the point to Waterloo. Now Carroll gets it, sends it all the way down. It's going to be chased down by number 13, Mason Harn.
Quacker.
Good play by Corcoran, keeps it in the zone, delaying any breakout for the Waterloo. Harn gets it ahead to number 11, Wetlaufer. Corcoran intercepts it again, loses it, and now it's knocked out of there, and Klock gets it. He dumps it ahead, chases after it, but he's outnumbered by a couple of the Warriors. Comes around to the near side wall. Husky there to keep it in. And so far, the Blues have done a nice job
Yeah,
of bottling up the power play. But Waterloo starts to come out now. Here's a pass too far ahead. And once again, this is number 15, Carroll.
Woo!
Carroll is pulled down, and that's going to negate the Blues penalty. As here's Husky. Sends one and gets behind the net. Comes all the way over to Roseboro along the far wall. He waits. Now he fires one. Tries to get it the near side. The Blues are going to get a power play.
Oh, DeCrow.
And what do we
going to
get
go
there?
to?
Is that going to be
The puck was gone. I'd bet it's a roughing.
on DeCrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For that hit there at the end. The puck was
Yep.
gone.
All right, so the Blues
Rough and rough.
we're going to get equalize the situation, but a bad penalty by Owen DeCrow there at the end. Instead of a single penalty for Waterloo, they both go. So now it'll still be 5-on-4.
Right.
For Waterloo for another 49 seconds. So the Blues still have some work to do to kill this penalty off. Blues players talking to the officials, trying to figure out where the faceoff should be. I think both penalties occurred in the Waterloo zone, so I don't think they can have it any place but there. Nor.
Nope.
And where's the puck?
It's over there.
Yeah. That's the delay. The puck got sent down all the way to the left of us, and
Mr. Fox was directing traffic, making sure everybody knew that he was in charge. Rightfully so.
Right. Warriors have outshot the Blues 10-9, but the game is tied at 1, and the Blues are still a man short for 49 seconds. Now, Waterloo takes the puck behind their own net. This is Hesse. Sends it around. Patton on the forecheck. They send it ahead.
Oh, is that a DPPI?
All the way down, and it doesn't get far enough for an icing. Roseboro picks it up, sends it over to the far side board. Husky tries to get it out, but is unable to. Now the puck is picked up along the boards. There's a good check. Now here's back to the high slot. Long pass. Man in the circle. Number 7, that's Lentz. And a puck is knocked out of there. And here's a race for the puck. This is Husky. Might get to it first. Husky going to get in. Shot. Missed the net. Oh, man. Good opportunity for Husky. And now it's a 5-on-2 for Waterloo as they come back. But they don't do a very good job of getting the puck to the middle. And a good check there by Roseboro behind the net. Oh, right through the goal crease. Comes over to the near side. The penalty now is over for the Blues. The teams are back at 5 aside. Now here's a man tries to get it out of the corner, gets it behind the net. Starr looking both ways behind him, trying to find out where the puck is. Kept in at the far side point. Blues need to get the puck out of the zone here, and this penalty is really not over until they do that.
Yep, we've talked about that before.
Puck in the corner. Here's a man stopped by number 91, Patton, and he gets it out of the zone, and that's going to be an icing against the Blues, but that's all right because that'll give them a chance to get some new players out there and kind of get straightened out after that odd man situation for a couple of minutes. 1-1 with 9:37 left in the second period.
Well, and after being outshot horribly in the first probably 10 minutes or at least 7 minutes of this game.
I think it was 6-1 at one point.
Yeah,
now,
it was.
The Blues
now
have done a better job.
Correct. They've been much more competitive.
All right, the puck is loose in the circle. Comes all the way through to the far point. That's number 5, Rikers, that sends it around. It's intercepted by number 9, Quinn. Quinn battles forward in the corner with a couple of players. Now it comes to Alexander. Alexander tries to get it out of the zone. That would have been an offside if the player had touched it, but he got out of the zone. Now the puck is in the corner. That's number 23, Moss. Oh, big check there. The puck is free right in front, and Starr grabs it.
I don't know if that was a check or if he just completely went Johnny sweep the leg, but one way or the other, ended up underneath the trapper of Aiden Starr.
Yeah, Starr was victimized in the first minute of the game with a kind of a bad defensive mix-up behind our own net that resulted in a goal, but he's been great ever since then. Now there's a face-off they rule was dropped unfairly, so they'll do it again. This is Covert. loses the draw, comes right back. Here's a shot right in front, and Starr kicks it to the corner. Good job by Starr. And now the puck is free along the boards, comes behind the net to Duvall. Duvall reverses it to Quinn. Quinn gets it out of the zone. No, he doesn't get it out of the zone. It's kept in at the point. Now number 23 throws one at the net. Just missed. Now back to the right point. There's a long shot deflected to the corner. Now here is Quinn. Or is that Covert?
Covert.
Oh, Covert is decked. Big hit against Covert. The elbow came up a little high. I thought we might get a call there.
Yeah,
but
he popped right back up.
Now here is Mueller. Mueller trying to get around. Oh, puck is dropped back, but nobody there except Duvall outside the line. Now here is another play picks up by, here is Carroll into the zone. He's got Husky in front. Pass is sent through all the way to the near side boards where it's picked up by number 6 for Waterloo. Now this is number 10, Rasty. Rasty fires one. It's deflected off the stick of number 87, Mueller, to the far corner, and it's back to center ice where it's controlled by Waterloo. There's a lead pass trying to find 26, Foss. Sends it in to the far side corner. Carroll battling for it back over there. Now the puck is cleared out of there, but not out. Waterloo maintains control in the blue zone. You got a man coming right down the middle and just missed the pass. And here's a long shot. Head at the goal post.
And out.
And the puck is underneath, and they just missed the net.
And over into the far side corner.
We had a post and then a missed shot. Here's another long one over the net. The Blues should be wise to just ice the puck if they can.
Yeah.
Another shot saved by Starr. Comes back to number 7, Lentz. Sends it. The puck is loose in front. And Starr reaches out and grabs it. And boy, do the Blues need a change.
No joke.
3 or 4 outstanding opportunities for Waterloo. They hit just a flat goal post.
Yeah.
And then the puck came clear to one of their wingers who fired one about 6 inches wide of the right post. And the Blues are really fortunate to have escaped that last 30 seconds without being scored on.
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. This is Corcoran going to take the draw. Comes back toward the point. This is DeCrow going to get it, but not out of the zone. Sent back in. This is Roseboro chasing it into the corner, but he's beaten to it by number 21. That's Hesse. Corcoran picks it up behind his own net. Now he tries to get a pass ahead to Kwok. He was able to. Here's Kwok going to get to the net. Tries a centering pass, but nobody there. Knocked down by the defense as DeCrow battles for it. Kept in by Roseboro. Roseboro trying to get it to Corcoran. He does. Corcoran sends it over to Kwok. Kwok's going to get a shot away. Good and nice save by Endelman. And she makes the stop, and the whistle blows, and we'll have a face-off.
DeCrow was in her kitchen. She didn't like it and gave him a shoulder to let him know. And I think that's all 100% fair game. I like it. Feisty.
That last little flurry by the Warriors has pushed their shots on goal up to 14-10, but some good work by Starr, and his buddy, the right post, has maintained the tie at 1. Now the puck comes to the far side. And that man is about 6 feet offside that they didn't see.
Woo!
Oh, man, the Blues are lucky there. That was a terrible missed call on an offside.
Yeah, way off.
He was offside by 6 feet. I don't know how they could have missed that, but they did.
Hey. Oh, nope, never mind. Just the drawing zone. And the puck was that puck did end up out of play. It's the first of the game. BSN puck out of play, the Bizen Pop.
All right, now the Waterloo Warriors have ran their shots on goal up to 16-10, so they've definitely come on in the last few minutes. This is Roseboro behind the net, gets it to Quinn. Quinn puts it off the boards, knocked down by the winger for Waterloo, and the Blues are stuck in their own zone behind the net. Back to the point. There's a long shot. Ooh. Steered to the back of the net. Behind the net, I should say, by Starr. Don't want to steer anything to the back of the net.
No, let's not do that.
Oh, here's a deflection in front. Big save by Starr.
Nice save by
Starr.
My.
What a great save by Starr. Puck comes all the way around. Waterloo is flying right now. They've got all the momentum in the world, and the Blues cannot get out of their own way.
Oh.
Here's man coming right out in front. The puck is loose. Comes to number 54, TD. He can't do anything with it. Puck is popped up out of the air, and finally the Blues get the puck out of the zone. But they have not put any offensive pressure on in the last 4 or 5 minutes of this game. Now the puck is off the stick of Roseborough, who has to get around the linesman. Now gets it over to Quinn. Quinn out of his own zone. And we got a delayed offside. Now it's cleared as they clear the zone. And Waterloo controls in their own zone. There's a long pass deflected by the Blues, so this is number 10, Rasty. He's knocked off the puck by TD. And here's a pass ahead to Foss. He misses it, and that's going to be an icing against Waterloo. And the Blues will finally get an opportunity to play a little bit in the Waterloo defensive zone thanks to that icing.
Let's look right for at least a couple minutes, man.
Well, you can look at this two ways. I mean, number one, the Blues have been badly outplayed for the last 4.5 minutes, but they haven't been scored on, so they're still tied. So
we still got that going.
It's a game of ebb and flow, and if it's our turn to start the flow, it's maybe we can look for some better things here.
Amen. Patton.
Puck is free in the corner, picked up by number 17. Sent around to the near side. There's a drop pass. Tries to get it ahead. This is number 11. This is Wetlaufer. Gets it to number 29. There's a shot. Deflected in front. It's going to be right out in front. Kept in by Wetlaufer. Turns. Sends it behind the net. Here's a centering pass in front. And the Blues get it away from the front of the net, but it's still deep in the zone. Now it's along the boards. And once again, Waterloo keeps it in deep. Puck is in the corner. It was picked up by Duvall. Duvall tries to get it out, hits his own man. And once again, we got a man breaking for the net. Now comes around to the near side boards. Kept in by Hesse. Filion battling along with, now Carroll picks it up, sends it around. And the Blues are finally going to get it out. And the Blues are going to finally get an opportunity in the zone, but it's knocked back out to center ice, and Carroll has to pick it up. Blues have to clear the zone as Hesse picks it up behind his own net. 3:30 to go in the second period, 1-1. Oh, we got an offside there.
Well, that'll give them the opportunity to say, please remember everybody out there in BSN land, it's an offside play. OFFSIDE. Please don't put a second S on that unless you're playing soccer or American football. I got to educate a whole bunch of people at the Blackhawks game about that yesterday. I don't know if they wanted to be educated, but they got it.
All right, here's the puck knocked down to center ice. It's going to be Mueller. Mueller trying to get it to DeCrow. DeCrow tries to bat it toward the net, but it's still in play. And Waterloo picks it up in their own zone. Here's a pass over on the left wing. This is number 25, Hesse.
It's Foss.
He's knocked down off the puck by Roseborough. It was 26, actually. That was Foss. There's a long shot, knocked down. Now we've got a break for the Blues. This is DeCrow. DeCrow is 1-on-2 as he enters the zone, trying to get it in front. They score!
Nice play by DeCrow! Woo! DeCrow.
Who scored the goal?
Mueller.
And Mueller's got his second of the game.
Mueller.
But that's a big, red, shiny apple for Owen DeCrow, who made a beautiful centering pass.
Nice pass.
All Owen DeCrow had to do, or all Mueller had to do was deflect that one past Endelman and give the Blues a 2-1 lead with 2:55 left in the second period.
And everybody on the rink and everybody on the ice saw that he was planning on passing that puck across. But they had eyes straight to the tape of Mr. Mueller.
Mueller has really become an offensive force here.
Yeah.
Now the puck is picked off at center ice. Here is number 5. There's a shot and a nice save by Starr on a long shot by number 5, Jack Reichers.
And just like that, the tide turns. Only one shot on goal in the longest stretch, but that one ended up in the back of the net. Shots on goal for the game, 18 still for the Warriors, much over the 11 for the Blues.
Evan Mueller has become a force on the offense. Now here's a pass ahead. Tries to get it to Husky. Husky's going to be off. Now Husky gets, he doesn't get back. He thought he was back on side.
I'm not sure.
Very exasperated at the call, but I think that was probably the right call.
Agreed.
You have to reestablish yourself on the proper side of the blue line, and I'm not sure, despite his best efforts, I don't think Husky was able to do that.
No.
2:36 left in the second. The Blues have been outshot 18-11 in the game, but in the important column, they've got 2. Waterloo has 1. All right, here we go. Covert wins the draw into the Waterloo zone. Now Covert's going to get it again. Back to the point. Here's a long shot by Carroll. Deflected to the corner, though. This is Duvall. Duvall backhands it into the corner. And it's picked up and sent. Now it's out of the zone, and Waterloo comes back. They're 2-on-3 as they try and enter the zone, and now they have to go back, and now they send it in. Had to hesitate there as when their man got back on the right side of the blue line. It comes to Filion on the near side. He loses control. This is number 25, sends it in behind the net. Duvall battles for it. There's 2 players for each team behind the net. Puck is still caught up in skates. Now it comes free to the far corner. Now the man coming around the circle sends it behind the net. And Carroll picks it up. He tries to get it ahead, but unable to do so. Now it's back in the corner. Too much time in our zone in this period.
A lot of it's been peripheral, but nonetheless.
Yep. And once again, Blues unable to clear the zone. Now it's kept in. Now a chance at a deflection by number 11. That's Wetlaufer. The Blues control in their own zone. This is number 11, Corcoran. He drops it for Duvall. Duvall sends it ahead to Kwok. Kwok sends it off the boards. That puck goes into the zone. Corcoran chasing after it. He bumps his man behind the net, tries to get it in front, but it's taken off in there and controlled by Waterloo in the near side corner. 1 minute to play in the second period. Here comes Wetlaufer. He's going to send it in. He was just on the far side.
What are you doing, Gunn?
Now here's the puck right in front. Here's a man going to try and come around for the wraparound, and a great play by number 20, Kwok.
Yeah.
Now here is puck. This is Patton trying to get it out of the zone, sends it ahead for Alexander. Misses connection with him. It was tipped, so there's no icing. 35 seconds left in the second period. Blues in the middle of a change. Now here comes Waterloo. Back over the line. Here's a man trying to get around.
No.
A shot and a big save.
Wow.
Big save by Starr as number 7, Ethan Lensk, had a lot of speed coming into the zone. He was able to get around Roseboro in the left-hand circle, and he went in all alone on Starr, but Starr came out to the top of the crease, made himself look big, and Lentz shot it right into the middle of his Blues crest. So we've got 24 seconds left. Blues clinging to a 2-1 lead. Now the puck is behind the net. Roseboro sends it around to the far side. Get it out of there, boys. Kept in the corner. Now Quinn back over there trying to get it out. Husky battling for it. Puck is free in the corner, controlled by Waterloo. Got a man right in front doing battle with one of the Blues defensemen. Now there's a long shot. Comes behind the net. And that's and a good play there by number 22, DeCrow, to get it out at least to the blue line. So the Blues escape despite being outplayed in that second period pretty badly. They got that late goal on a beautiful pass from DeCrow to Mueller, and 2 goals by Evan Mueller have the Blues in front, 2-1 after 2 periods. We're going to take a break for about 15 minutes while they resurface the ice. We'll be back. Until then, this is Quad City Blues Hockey.